Good morning and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD, where it is Saturday. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I figured, you know what? Let's get some painting done. Not a whole lot of craziness, just kind of in a mood to get some of these projects done. And so if everybody comes and hangs out, great. If not, well, then I've got, stuff to do. Anyhow, so I'm just gonna jump into it. I kind of threw this all together, so let's see what happens. Anyhow, all right, here we go. Sorry, new screen, trying to figure out how I want to do this. Well, not a new screen, but new layout. There we go. Let's do that. That works. Look at that. Figuring things out. It's great. Anyhow. Okay. And actually, while we're doing that, I should respond to Peanut Gallery. All right, what's up, Malachi? How you doing, buddy? It's been so long since we've seen each other. Actually, Peanut Gallery is not at home. She just messaged me like right as I went live, so it's like I should respond to her, you know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of in a spot where, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for my new 3D printer to come in. So I printed these paint racks, and like for the most part, they work just fine. But they've got, like, basically they did these little, essentially tubes, because even trying to do extra infill, and you probably can't see anything. That's fine. Anyways, they're just like super brittle, and so anyways, I like the design, but I think it's the type of 3D printer I have. So it kind of just turned into a big, fat mess. Which I'm actually a little bit annoyed with. All right, I need to move things around. But I've basically got, like, these guys are almost done. I just need like a couple of little details just to kind of finish these off, and then I can tell my friend that I've actually got his project finished and go from there. Like, and I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. Basically, so with his, because I painted all of his mechs from the last Kickstarter, and so I'm actually having to match how I did things then with how I'm doing things now. Like normally for cockpits and lasers and whatnot, I just paint a little bit of silver and call it good. But on these, I'm trying to do like some old school jeweling. You know, just to keep all the figures consistent. I realize it's probably a quote unquote bit more of an advanced technique. But I really like my silver and speed paint solution for doing cockpits. It's so much easier. But I'd also rather an army look more consistent than focus on new techniques and whatnot. So here we are. It happens. Anyways, I do hope everyone is having a good Saturday. I ended up awake most of the night. I ended up in a bit of a hyper focus. Ended up getting I ended up getting my Kill Team Space Marines finished. I want to work on more of this combat arena stuff. And yeah, Malachi, we absolutely text each other around the house. That's for certain. I mean, it's better than the old school way of just having to yell through the house. Actually, one thing that I always thought was funny when I was a kid growing up. So my parents have a basement, and there's a couple of bedrooms down there. And the intercom system that we used was just stomping on the floor. So somebody would be downstairs. It's time for dinner or whatever it is. And, we just stomp on the floor, get their attention. And then they come, yelling up the staircase or something. Doesn't quite work in this house. We do have 2-story, but the rooms are upstairs instead, so hard to kind of stomp on the ceiling. Like, it's funny because I know that what I'm doing right here really isn't much. But it does so much for the figure. Just in terms of giving it that sort of lived-in look. Wow, that is horrible. Alright, excuse me for a second, folks. Be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Peanut Gallery got home and needed some assistance. But that is all squared away now. So, what has everybody been doing on a Saturday? I slept in, but I was also up till 5. So, that's my excuse. Not bad.
I'm to the grocery store. I'll reimburse you.
All right, let's prep for lasers. What's up, Curtis? I've literally got nothing for today. Like, as far, like, all right, I need somebody to give me something to talk about. Because I am struggling to come up with something to say. But that's also why I just put the music on in the background. That way, if I'm not talking to all of you, it's not just complete dead air or kitchen noises or what have you. You are a person, Peanut Gallery. Yeah, I don't care. I'm actually just guessing on some of these weapon systems, because some look like they could be lasers, some maybe not lasers. I don't know, but I'm just filling these in. Actually, you know what? I can look up one. Okay. Those aren't really good for this plant, so we're going to skip that.
These plants are all full now. They're all looked at.
It's weird thinking of a milestone about your kid. So your kid moves out, and then your kid moves. And you're like, that just shifted the entire dynamic. It's like, wait a second. My child is now old enough to have had multiple homes.
Places where
But it's also a big upgrade. You know, they were in a studio. Now they're in a 1-bedroom, which is kind of funny because now they have a kid and they have 1 bedroom. Rifleman 2C. Sorry, dear. But I am excited. I get to take the week off.
hang out with your favorite person.
Hang out with my favorite person. She's probably less excited about that than I am. But, you know, here we are. It's actually funny with all the overtime I've been doing. My boss is like, I'm glad you're taking some time. Like, I'm not sure how I should take that. Actually, it's good because you know, he's okay with the work I've been doing, so can't really complain about that. Yeah. He is afraid of burnout, but that's that's understandable. But it was also kind of funny because part of the reason that I've been doing all the overtime is because we're down a couple of people. But I actually told him, I'm like, whatever you do, backfill the night shift last. He's like, don't worry. I got you. So until upper management starts throwing a fit, we're fine.
Talking about you.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh my God, I'm upper manager in this house.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but you don't. I was about to say that Peanut Gallery doesn't control my overtime, and then I'm like, I mean, if she did want me to stop doing as much overtime, I guess she could. I don't think she will, because she gets a cruise out of it.
And I also get to see what she likes.
And she doesn't have to listen to me snore.
My first.
Which I do think is kind of funny that, you know, she always throws a fit about me snoring, and then I bring up her snoring, and no, that's actually not a thing. She doesn't do that. She does that a lot.
You like my story.
I like you.
Oh, because it means I'm asleep and not bothering you.
Why didn't you put the dishes away? Why don't you fold the laundry? Why don't you blah, 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 blah?
Why don't you build me a chicken coop? I mean, run. Chicken run.
Why aren't you building a chicken run?
Why aren't you existing like a normal human?
Define normal.
Me.
I don't think that's an accurate definition. I'm going to. You're probably right, Malachi, but at this moment, it's worth it. I never claimed to be normal. I know better than to.
I wonder if Sydney went ahead and went with her dad so that she could let the two Jadens go psychopathic clean on the house.
By two Jadens, do you mean you and Jaden?
Correct. Two means he is my younger me. And also the oldest.
Anyhow. What's up? What's up, Surface? Dude, this was... You don't have to worry about being quote-unquote late. This was totally not planned. I wasn't really bored. But I was just sitting here and I'm like... I need to do some painting anyways. So, you know, might as well.
Boys are gonna miss me, you know why? There won't be anybody here to wash their cups and pans from mac and cheese. Sadness.
Huh, almost like they should grow up. What's up, Grim? It is Kim banging in the background this time. Yes, Malachi, I am painting in case I get in trouble with Kim. That way there's documented proof when the frying pan comes through the screen.
I got knives, bro.
Or knives, apparently. Kim, Grim says hi.
No.
She hopes you're doing well.
Fine. Haven't killed you yet.
She hasn't killed me yet. That's how she's doing, Grim. But yeah, I was up late last night. I actually got quite a bit of stuff done. Like, I finished my well, as far as I'm concerned, they're finished. But I did decals on all the Dark Angels. Looks like the Salva set took. So the decals are actually laying flat. But overall, I mean, those guys came out great. So yeah, I just kind of got in a kick to get some more painting done, so that's why I went live today. Oh, that's right. Dude, Malachi, like, you're a good dude in the community, so when I was thinking of people I could invite, you know, you were on top of the list, so there were a few people above you, sorry, but, you know. You know, I didn't go too far down the list to think of inviting Malachi. We'll put it that way. And last night was just a good chat. Sorry we bored you with all the Battletech. Yeah. Ethan's a good kid. All my kids are good kids, even when I get frustrated with them. Dude, I had so much fun doing that chat with Zane. He is a good dude. Like, the funny thing is, like, I want to invite Zane to do more stuff. But he's also living that nomad life. And, so I don't necessarily want to interrupt him. Hold on. Peanut Gallery, you just called me a wuss for saying I don't want to interrupt somebody's life?
Yeah, you interrupt mine
Oh, you know what? You married me. You asked for the interruption. Bruh. Tell me I'm wrong. Seriously, folks. Look. Exactly, Grim. Buh. Malachi, there are a lot of good parts to marriage, and I'm not even talking about the obvious one. Although the obvious one is a really good part of marriage, too. No, it's finding that person that you like being around. You know, there's
oh my gosh, chickens. As if you never get snack.
You know, like as we've gotten older, as we've gotten less hormonal, I would say as we both get a little less selfish, it's nice to have, you know, a travel buddy. It's nice to have somebody that, you know, even if you're just sitting on your phone in front of the TV, you know, that it's that person that's sitting there, you know? Dude. Okay, Seraphis. You live with the woman. You gave her 2 children. Possibly more. I don't know. Jury's out on that one, apparently. Yo. Like, claim to not be married all you want, bro, but, yo. It's a technicality at best. And yes, I will risk our friendship over that one. And there's one less person in chat all of a sudden. Thank you for laughing at that one, Seraphis. I have few friends as it is anyways. I really don't want to lose the ones I've got. But yeah, and I'm not gonna say that being married is easy. I mean, it's usually easy. That's also partly, I think, because she lets me get away with a lot. But even with the hard stuff, I'd rather have the hard stuff than not. Than not have her. So exactly, Grim. Exactly. Yeah, and dude, Malachi, trust me when I say I absolutely get that. I mean, especially nowadays. It's like nowadays and at our age. Like I am terrified like of the idea of being single and having to go out into the dating pool again. Ugh. That's no. Literally not interested in that. Just no. Nope. Oh, there it is. Actually, no. You know what? I don't want to do basing right now. We're not going to do basing. No basing. Dude, Malachi, I don't blame you, man. The pool's gotten weird. Like, even for, like, for lack of a better way to put it, like, some of the ladies out there these days, it's like, girl, you're crazy. Like, absolutely not.
Isn't that already your wife?
No, I'm talking the single ones out there. At least with a wife, I already know what crazy I've got. Thinking about the extra crazy that's out there? Nah. Nope. Yeah, just seriously, so much nope. Not even funny how much nope is involved in that. But I also find the idea of, you know, being alone terrifying. I'm like, who is she talking to? Wait, we have other kids? I thought we were only claiming the ones that gave us grandkids. Okay.
I don't think fresh pickles last as long as the jar cut. Alright, be good. You're making babies.
I mean, I think they do, but I don't think you necessarily made pickles as much as you made cucumber in vinegar and oil.
That's what pickles are, babe.
I understand that, but you also didn't heat treat it, and
I didn't do the pan.
correct.
Alright, be good.
So of course those aren't going to last as long. That's why they only guarantee it until that you open the jar. And trust me, Malachi, I get what you're saying. I wouldn't want to do it, but I understand the reason for wanting to, you know, tell the pool to take a hike. There's also that. In case anyone is wondering, this is an Eldar Ranger from Combat Patrol, which is that Warhammer board game I did an unboxing for a few months ago at this point. I just finally got the itch to paint this stuff.
I tried making pickled radishes before.
I noticed.
Well, how could they taste good, but last year I just threw them away.
Are they radishes fresh from the garden?
Yeah.
Nice.
Chickens really like eating the leaves.
She harvested some radishes out of the garden and pickled them. Haven't tried them, but I mean that would also require that I eat vegetables. Who wants to do that?
Unfortunately, bro, just threw a bunch. And bought a bunch.
Yeah, Malachi, I've watched it. I mean, looking at like I think that like when our parents were watching us dating like in high school and whatnot, probably looked a lot like it did for them. But I don't understand like hardly anything that happened with my kids. One's had just like disastrous luck.
Psychotic chicks. Three of them.
One
Well, not psychotic.
went out on a few dates, but then like found a girl, been with her, you know.
They were together over a year. Are you talking about?
Well, he was a senior, she was a sophomore.
Who are you talking about?
Jaden.
Him, Ethan?
No,
Oh,
Jaden. You know, married, kid, whole 9 yards. Then the youngest made a friend in junior high, started dating her.
I think it was sophomore year.
So, well, it was officially sophomore year. And they've been attached at the hip.
No, it was September when they started dating.
Look, my point is,
Hometown.
they've been attached at the hip forever.
Well, they can do that. My feet hurt.
Anyways, but even just like suggesting, you know, things for dates. Hey, go miniature golfing, go do this. Nope, not interested. So I kind of don't understand at all how dating works for my kids. It's kind of funny. Part of the reason that I'm painting this figure is because I think I want to have, or I think I want to do a month of Warhammer figures for the miniature showcase, but that also means I need to get more of them painted. Oh, you know, Curse, I don't know. Like, I mean, what better way to like learn a lot about a person than playing miniature golf with them? You know, how do they react to, you know, unforeseen circumstances? How do they react to, you know, when things don't go their way? You know, are they willing to laugh and have some fun, or are they just gonna throw a fit because it's not perfect? Like, Peanut Gallery and I don't. Like, it's been years since we went miniature golfing. What? She was skinnier then. I mean, we were all skinnier then. No, I don't think it's been that long.
Yeah,
I mean, it was definitely pre-COVID.
and it was pre-new job. Well, I was still working at the land developer.
Anyways, but like, we've tried to take our kids, and they've refused to go with us. That's been frustrating. And Seraphis, it's just the miniature showcase, you weirdo. I've told you before, Malachi. Don't... I mean... Don't necessarily, like, actively look for it, but don't just, like, write it off. Or just play some Journey as you drive around. I don't know, one of the two. Actually, let me see. And rate. Sorry, folks. Man. Sometimes I wonder how I mean, I guess it's just got to be practice, but sometimes I wonder how all the pro level painters, it's like, here's this model with all of these undercuts and overhangs and places that you can't reach. Oh yeah, did you notice that they did like 8 layers and that particular spot, like, is better painted than, you know, your entire model will be. Swear it's a story of my life. Unless you knocks on your front door, that's not going to happen. I mean, it's definitely not going to happen if you just sit in your house. I don't know. I've heard stories that, like, women are trolling Home Depot now looking for dudes.
Men are trolling the bookstores.
I don't know if trolling the bookstores is the best choice, because
Well,
some of those ladies are crazy.
if you want to have a smut lover.
If you want to have a smut lover.
You're just like, yeah, I like to take this stuff.
That escalated quickly.
Bring the truth and it's love.
I'm gonna try something here.
Oh, there's smut. It's a thing. Here is a freaking peeler. I'm not supposed to peel your skin. I need the potatoes.
This is why I know this is why you all come hang out and chat. What is Peanut Gallery going to do today? Thanks, Airfist. I'm glad to know that our friendship means so much. Yes, ma'am. What? Oh, and no matter what you say to her, no matter what you do, she is always going to be kind of vain. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I just think it's kind of funny. Peanut Gallery went.
I gotta get rid of my crown ring that I chiseled over the past 27 years. Being married to you.
Anyways, the reason that I was bringing that up is because yesterday she went and got eyebrow tattoos so that she looks like she has eyebrows. She's very excited, but now she's talking about like 10 other upgrades, and I'm starting to get worried. It's like, is she doing all these upgrades and getting ready to leave? You're not supposed to agree to that, dear. This is my life, folks. I'm really not complaining. I'm not. I promise. I promise. Don't leave me. Anyhow, so that was a thing. Apparently it's like a tornado outside. All right. So let's see here. So not great. And there's going to be a lot of greens and browns going in. I just wanted to get the white armor done because it's basically hiding there in the back. I think that's a good start so far. I like that. All right. Oh, I do have some good. Like there was this army painter, like they called it scaly green. It was this nice pale green. I think I can use that for the underside of the cloak. I think that'll look good. Alright. We're going to do a little bit of that, and then I'm going to have to end the stream. About ready to put this down. You're just going to tell me that everything's supposed to be a purple wash now from now on, aren't you, Curtis? Like, it's painting advice. I'm gonna trust you. But I have a feeling you're gonna turn it into a troll, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna ruin something that I've been working on for hours, and I'm gonna be mad at you. I mean, I won't be that mad. I mean, come on. But I sort of see this developing. One thing I know is like the actual like studio version of this figure like clearly is using wet blending, and I don't know why, but the whole idea of doing wet blending just terrifies me. Peanut Gallery is now mixing my contents with Billy Idol songs. Yeah, like I've seen some of the stuff that people do with wet blending, but I don't know. I wonder if I really care about doing that much work. Okay. All right, Curtis, so tell us why you don't use a wet palette. Like me, I actually, like Malachi, I like a wet palette isn't really for wet blending. Basically, it's so that your paint doesn't dry out as fast. At least my understanding of the tool. For me, like if I painted every day, I think it might make sense. But for a couple times a week or every, whatnot, I'm not sure why you're having to keep your paint wet that long outside of the paint bottle. Oh, interesting. Then why would you... Okay, so Curtis says it doesn't work well with Pro Acryl. It's better with the thicker acrylics. Which then makes me wonder why you would offer me your wet palette, Curtis, when you know I'm using Pro Acryl paints. You know? That, does not make a lot of sense, no. Yes, the purple wash was Army Painter, but I will admit, the washes, so I haven't tried the Pro Acryl wash yet, but like there's been a lot of Army Painter paints that just aren't right. Like the consistency is weird. And there's a lot of issues that I've had with the Army Painter paints. But the washes have all been fine. For the most part, I would even say the the speed paints have been fine. That's one thing that I really need to teach myself how to do is speed paint / contrast paints. You know, you run and read all the time, dear.
I do not run anymore. I walk.
Yeah, until you get your next itch for another half marathon, and then you'll run again.
Yeah, that's not a hobby. That's a stress reliever.
I'm sorry, running is a hobby.
No, you make me run to relieve my stress. I mean, I have to run because you.
I make you do nothing.
What do you mean? I have to cook and clean and manage the books for you. You make me do that all the time.
I don't make you.
Okay, so what would happen if I didn't?
We would die.
Pretty much.
But that doesn't mean I make you. Anyhow, folks.
I will troll you forever. Yes, I can.
In her defense, I did tell her that painting streams are more just kind of chill, and I'm not going to be grumpy if she makes noise in the background. I try to be a little more professional on days we do deep dives and topics and tangents. But I gave her clearance during paint streams. Partly because I'm in the living room, and it's not nice to kind of bogart the house. I believe they did relaunch their line Malachi, but that's the thing is I'm like, at least for me here in Arizona, because this is where Monument is based. Finding pro acryl paints is actually really easy. At worst, I go to the manufacturer and just pick it up directly. But one of the local shops near me carries it, so so yeah, I know that Army Painter relaunched their main line. I'm just not planning on getting any of it.
So I can't remember how to spell recommend. Recommend.
2 C's. What are you recommending?
Personally, do my eyebrows.
Ah.
I like reviews. I'm so dead.
The D&D paint line? Isn't that WizKids? Yeah, I don't count Games Workshop paints. As far as, well, okay, never mind. Let me rephrase that. I mean, yes, they're available. I never consider buying them. Yeah, I think the D&D paints are Vallejo. That sounds about right. Like, I would have stuck with Reaper, but nobody around here carries it. And if I'm needing a color, I don't want to have to, order it from Reaper and wait a week for it to show up. Nothing against Reaper. I love Reaper. I guess I should say I love Reaper as a company. I don't know what that is, but you poured it in the candy bowl and I would like some.
Crack sugar.
Please. Ooh.
I might end up finishing. I like how tart they are. And the cheese.
Nerds Clusters. I like it.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, if I was ordering more Reaper, that would make sense.
Oh, stop your complaining.
Actually, I've got some of their miniatures that I need to do a review on. They actually did a line of miniatures that they got put into Michael's. Yeah, dude, Surface, like, totally understand. Like, it's actually kind of funny. Curtis was the one that recommended to me to source your paints as locally as possible. Which is interesting considering that Vallejo and Army Painter and Citadel are all made in Europe and then shipped over. But then we got like Reaper and Proacryl that are made here in the States. Like I think if I didn't have Proacryl, I'd probably do a lot more Reaper. Because like even Vallejo's gotten difficult to to source. I mean, my understanding with that is that, like, there's production issues because they got bought out by someone and the factory workers are on strike and all sorts of stuff, which I also think is kind of funny. You know what? I don't like that. Hey, Hungar, how are you, sir? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're doing well, sir. Good. Good to hear, sir. Yeah, Vallejo's made in Spain. Citadel's made in England. Army Painter is made in Denmark or the Netherlands, one of the two. Actually, the funny thing is, that's good, Hungar. The funny thing about Vallejo is they actually started in the U.S. And then eventually moved to Spain. So, right. So I like in your case, Seraphis, I would recommend you go with SMS paints. They're like Curtis can describe it a little bit better than I, but essentially it comes down to like time sitting around, temperature, bunch of stuff like that. So that would be my recommendation for you. Yeah. And caught. Seriously, shipping anything to Australia is ridiculous. Shipping ourselves to Australia is ridiculous. Exactly.
On a ship.
On a ship, it's actually no. On the ship, it's pretty good. All right, I'm not finishing this guy on stream, but well, that just happened. Oh, it was funny. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I just wasn't expecting it.
Chickens, quit barking at me. No more work. working ridiculous.
What are you making, dear?
Beef stew.
Oh, okay.
And then we have multiple berries for not just strawberry shortcake, berry shortcake.
Ooh, berry shortcake.
Correct. This time I'm trying not to add too much sugar. I added too much sugar last time.
I'm not sure there is such thing as too. I mean, I guess there's too much. All right, night, Curtis. Thanks for hanging out, bud.
That wasn't my brother, Curtis, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh. Are you choosing him now to bring to us to bed at 5?
No. He said he has to go help make dinner. Apparently, he was painting while I was painting.
That sounds right. Sounds like something for him to do.
Which I'm actually excited to know that somebody was painting while I was painting.
Called motivation.
Because as I've said before, that's
You know it'd be fun for you and
That-
other painter people,
kind of how I look at this.
not just to watch you paint, but get on a live stream with 4 people painting at the same time.
I've done it with 2 before.
There you go. Community painting.
Maybe I should do that.
If we figure out how to make me some Warhammer My Little Ponies, I would
You could do worse than Red Robin, Malachi. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that you're at work for another hour. Like, in like 2 hours, I'm going to go to work. Okay, maybe not 2 hours, but... But close enough. I mean, I don't drink Malachi, but like, I get the sentiment. Just work is done, chill. Totally understand. But I kind of like that idea of
Ethan warned her, your son Jade warned me that I don't get to hog the baby because apparently he had a sleepover at Grandma and Grandpa's house last night. So Sydney wants to hog the baby.
oh,
It's her baby. It's adorable.
all right. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it there. Okay. For those of you that are still here, I wanna get an opinion.
It's crap.
Probably. Partly because Peanut Gallery just brought it up. Do you prefer just having me paint and, you know, chat and just interact with chat that way? Or the YouTube thing isn't working? Anyways, or would you be interested in like me like bringing on other people, and so I end up talking more with the other people instead of the chat? What would you like? Or should I do a hybrid and just like say like once a month we bring on extra people, and then like the other 3 weeks it's just me. Yeah. Anyways, I want to know what you all think, because I kind of like the idea, but I also like how it's been more or less like a kind of an AMA. Malachi, you're weird. I did hear you out, but it is a painting stream, and it would be a painting stream with multiple people. You know, like, I could probably get Six World. I'd invite Tom Mason. I'd invite Curtis. You know, people that are all way better painters than I am. Malachi, that was literally what I was suggesting. Are you paying attention or are you working? Come on. If you're going to be here, be here. I'm just teasing. All right. So clearly everyone here kind of likes the idea. So, all right. I will see what I can round up. I think that might be fun, just kind of like a first Monday of the month kind of a thing. But I have to see what people are willing or interested in doing. Okay. All right. I'm going to go. Kim's been cooking, and I haven't honestly eaten anything today. So I'm going to go snack on junk food until dinner's ready. So, all right, folks, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.